Oh, hey everyone, I am John Howe. I am the financial planner here at Generation Capital Management, and I'm back with another episode of John's Top Tips. The entire month of May, we're talking about saving here at Generation Capital Management, and we're going to keep that theme rolling right along with a discussion on the different types of savings accounts that are available to you. So let's dive right in. First and foremost is my favorite type of savings account, the retirement account. This comes in a couple of different flavors, just like ice cream. So you have your employer sponsored plans like your 401ks, 403bs, and 457 plans. Then you have individual retirement agreement accounts or IRAs. There are a couple of different rules for all of these, a couple of different differences, but the most important differences are between employer sponsored and those IRAs. Typically, as long as you meet eligibility requirements with your employer, anyone can contribute to their employer sponsored plan. These types of accounts also have a match often that's made by the employer as long as you contribute a certain amount to that account. The contributions that you make are deduction from your taxable income as long as they aren't done as Roth contributions. IRAs are a little bit different in that there are certain limits on who can claim deductions for those contributions. They do also have significantly lower contribution limits, and they also don't have an employer match unless they're simple IRAs and you have that simple IRA with an employer for whom you're currently working. Then we have medical savings accounts. Sometimes these are called health savings accounts, even though a health savings account is a particular type of savings account. These are typically available to you depending on the type of health insurance that you have. The most common types are flexible spending accounts. You might be familiar with these. They're typically use it or lose it types of setups. And then there are also those health savings accounts, or what we call HSAs. HSAs require that you be enrolled in a high deductible health plan in order to participate. And a lot of folks don't like high deductible health plans because they can mean larger out-of-pocket costs when healthcare is actually needed. But the HSA is a nice feature. You can contribute a certain amount of money to it each year, and it's not a use it or lose it type of deal. You get to keep in the HSA anything that you don't spend. So contributions are deduction from taxable income, and then the distributions and gains are actually never taxed as long as they're used to pay for qualifying medical expenses. Not to mention, most HSAs actually allow you to invest all or a part of your balance so that hopefully your unused balance can grow into the future. It's a pretty sweet deal, huh? And then the last type of savings account that we'll talk about today is what we typically think of when someone mentions a savings account, and that's a bank account. These are great for balances that you don't need to grow in order for them to achieve your goal for them. We use these for emergency funds. We talk about that in some of our emergency fund videos, or for money that we'll be using to fund a short-term spending need like we talked about last week. Bank account balances are insured by the FDIC, so that's a nice little feature there too. With interest rates having been as low as they have been since the financial crisis, bank savings accounts haven't been giving as much return, but the relative safety has been attractive for keeping an account at a stable value. Now that we've talked about some of the different kinds of savings accounts, let me know how you use them. Email me at jhow@gencapmgmt.com, just like always, and share your thoughts. And be sure to check out our resources page on our website, gencapmgmt.com, for a whole bunch of guides, blogs, and videos on how best to develop a strategy to utilize all the types of accounts that are available to you. Again, my name is John Howe. I am the financial planner here at Generation Capital Management, and this has been John's Top Tips.